Hey, what's up, y'all, and welcome to this edition of the Take One Podcast, episode 98. We are almost there. And so, I might end up having to split this into two episodes because there is a lot to catch up on. So, I wanted to do one this week since I didn't do one last week. I'm more than likely going to put out two before the end of this week is over. But I wanted to tackle some things on the docket, the box office, certain significant things that dropped in the movie news, new trailers, and all that stuff. So I'm going to cover that as much as I can on this episode, and then I'm going to have another episode, I guess you could say a part 2 or whatever, of just catching up on the next episode. So basically, one of the big significant things I want to get on, I don't know how long I'm going to talk about this specific topic, but it is a huge one. So, Stan Lee had passed last Monday, and it was a major blow to a lot of people that read comic books. You know, especially if you're Marvel fans or if you're just a fan of the movies. Like Stan Lee, without him, we would not have a Spider-Man. We would not have a X-Men, Avengers, and stuff like that. We wouldn't have the movies that we see today. You know, he was one of the creators, let me put it like that, one of the creators of Marvel, because it wasn't just him. Stan Lee, I guess you can look at him as basically like the face of Marvel. It's kind of like the Neptunes, the group, the next Neptunes. It's like when you think of the Neptunes, you think of Pharrell because he's the figure face. He's the figurehead of just there. Like when you think of them, you think of Pharrell. But it's not just Pharrell. You got two other guys that's behind the scenes that help him with it. That's why it's called the Neptunes, not Pharrell Williams. You know, so that's basically what it is. It's like he was the person, when you think of comic books, you think of Stan Lee. When you think of X-Men and all that stuff, you think of Stan Lee because he either created a lot of the characters or he co-created a lot of the characters, but he had a lot of involvement in it. So there basically it wouldn't be no Marvel comics without Stan Lee. You know, put it like that. So I guess you could say, I don't know, a lot of people will call him like the godfather of just the comic book world, you know. And that's rightfully so. And Stan Lee, being who he was and what he's done and what he's created amongst popular culture, he was beloved by a lot of people. You know, just a lot of people that met him said that he was really nice, a really good dude, and everything else. I'm sad that I hadn't had a chance to meet him. There's a lot of people that passed away that I haven't had a chance to meet, but hopefully I'll get put in a position in any time in my life to where I can meet some of the people that has influenced my life or just brought joy to my life through whatever means, entertainment, you know, whatever, etc. But Stan Lee, yeah, he's done a lot for the comic book community. No matter how you look at it, he was very influential to a lot of people, and a lot of, man, it was just hard, you know. But he's lived a large, huge life. He died at the age of 95. Like, a lot of people don't even reach that age. A lot of people die early. A lot of people die in their 50s, 60s, 70s. He was 5 years away from being 100 years old. Like, that's a full life. He's lived longer than my father. My father is 70 years old. You know, that's just crazy, you know. And just to know that he's lived his life now, I've heard that, you know, he's had medical problems for like the past years and stuff. And, you know, he's not the Stan Lee of old, but of like, you know, well, he was old, but he's not the Stan Lee that we knew 10 plus years back. But at the same time, he was still cheerful, even with a statement that he came out with. I think it had to be like last year, like a couple years back, where he was talking about his health a little bit and just talking about how he was staying in good spirits and stuff. It couldn't, I don't think he wrote that this year. I think he may have wrote it last year. I know it's very recent, but he was just, even in the note, he was writing in good spirits, and he was writing to us because he was in the hospital recently before, you know, him passing away, and he was just responding to like all of just the love that he was getting from all the fans all over the world. And yeah, I mean, he was just a cheerful guy. You know, you got it from him. And like I said, I haven't heard anything that people saying like, oh, he was an asshole or he was a jerk, he's a dick and and all this stuff. And that was just a persona that he put on when he was around people. Like, people genuinely like Stan Lee because he was a good guy. And you can tell just from his interactions with like people that he loved his life. He loved everything that he's done. And he was one of those people where you don't have to worry about, anything with him because he's done all that he's done. It's like he was, I guess you could say he was like smiling, he can, if he was to, just come out of his body, whatever you believe in, let's just say he came out of his body and be able to look at his life. Yeah, probably was some stuff that he wished that he would have did differently or wished that he would have done that he didn't get a chance to do, but he lived a full life. That's all that a lot of us can hope to do. A lot of us probably aren't in the position that we want to be in our lives, whether you're like in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or whatever. Maybe it was a lot of things that you didn't have a chance to do or you didn't do that you wish you would have done, and that's just a lot of things that a lot of us would want to do, just live a full life, to have experiences. And we can say that Stan Lee more than likely had a lot of experiences. He went to war, he joined the military, and stuff like that. And it's like he's had a full life. Like, he's one of those people that you would love to talk to get his experiences from just being who he was to before that. And just in life, love, just stuff like that. So that's all that you can wish for somebody. And Stan Lee has lived a full life. He's affected, he's influenced a lot of people, and it's a wonderful thing. It's a wonderful thing to have done that, but not even just live a full life, but to have influenced of a lot of people. A lot of people strive to be what Stan Lee was, and to die and have the whole world mourn you. Like, I don't know, that's something crazy, A lot of people will want to live that. Not everybody is going to live that type of life, but, hey, I mean, he did it. And, man, I was sad when I heard that. I was at work and somebody like, hey, Stan Lee died. And, a lot of times you get it on Facebook where somebody might have like, oh, this person died. Oh, and they might tag it to their page like, oh, R.I.P. to this person. Then you go actually look it up and that person didn't die. So I was hoping that was one of those scenarios. When he told me, I'm like, I don't know. Let me go look this up. As soon as I looked it up, I'm like, oh my gosh. My brother texted me like, did Stan Lee die? Like, he didn't even know. And then I reached out to him like, yeah, he passed. I'm just telling everybody. I'm like, man, that's just crazy. But, it is what it is. But Stan Lee, you will be missed. It is a huge loss, especially all the influence that he was in, in just the cameos are going to mean so much more in these movies, the comics, and just his legacy is going to mean so much more now looking back at, what he's done. And it's sad right now. I can get choked up right now, I didn't know the guy personally. I only knew the guy, but with as much as I love comic book movies, I don't even read comic books like that. I may end up starting, I don't know. But, he was a major name, he was a major influence. Seeing him in almost every Marvel film, it's crazy, But yeah, he will be missed. So, in a related news to that, let's go from something good to something totally negative. So, Bill Maher. I don't follow Bill Maher. I'm not political. I don't talk politics with a lot of people. I politic with a lot of people, but I don't talk politics. But Bill Maher felt it in his rights, he felt like the need to just get out and cause up controversy. To just be a dick, an asshole, a just jerk, any word that you could come up with. That's what Bill Maher is. Now, because I don't follow Bill Maher, I guess you could call it bias. A lot of people that follow him could probably be, stand up for him like, I get what he's saying, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, everybody has a right to their opinion. Everybody has a right to how they feel, how they want to do certain things, get certain, words across or whatnot. And Bill Maher, for some reason, uncalled for. A lot of times there are reasons why a person might reach out as, and express themselves. The man died not too long after you want to write on your blog something negative about it. Like, you could have basically talked about this years. I mean, maybe he has talked about this before, but I guess it's just more of the time frame of which you want to release your thoughts about the comic book community. Now, he said in Larry King recently that he wasn't downplaying Stan Lee, but he was just talking about the comic book culture and the people that watch the comic book movies. And I was talking with my nephew the other day, and I was trying to get the words out, and he basically basically said it in the most perfect way. He basically said not everybody wants to really think about the ills of the world and the political aspects of everything, and just a lot of times we need a break. We need to get away from. We need to live in that la la land. Not saying that it's going to take over our lives, but for that hour and a half to 2 hours or whatever, how long a movie is, you want to get away. That's why we watch TV. That's why we watch shows. That's why we get into books. Whether they're a novel, a comic book, that's why we play games. Because there are fantasy worlds that we can get into to escape real life. We know that we can't get away from. We can't plug into the Matrix and just disappear. We can't hop on a spaceship and go on another planet. Like, we need that. Bill Maher, I know he's not sitting at home looking at the damn wall. I know he's not. So to come out and basically talk about people who read comic books, people that watch comic book movies, you're being a fucking dick. Now, excuse my language because this is really fucking heating me. But, and I know I'm talking too loud because I see things is going up, but I'm really heated about this because he is fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. This is my opinion. You may disagree with me. Whatever the fuck. I don't care. He's a fucking idiot. He may be smart, but he's a smart fucking idiot. Why would you come out not that long after a man passed and talk about all the people that he's influenced? Now, you said that you wasn't directing your comments toward him, but in talking about us, talking about the people who read comic books, who watch the movies and all that stuff, you're talking about the people that he's influencing, the people that loved him, people that loved what he's put out. You're insulting him. Fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you with a dick in your mouth. Fuck you. Because I know you don't understand it. I know you don't get it. I know you don't. You don't have to get it. If you want to take the time out today to get it, to talk to people that, and open up your mind. Open up and just listen to people that follow him. Listen to people that go see these movies. Talk to somebody who has spent their life reading comic books. DC, Marvel, Image, it don't matter. Talk to people that do that shit. And just open up your mind and listen to them and actually absorb what they're talking about. Because for you to sit here and put in fucking your input on something that you don't understand, because in the interview that you did with Larry King, you said that you never read a comic book when you were younger. You don't read them now. More than likely, you don't watch the fucking movies. So how can you have a fucking valid input on what people do? Stick to fucking politics. Stick to that shit. Because what you just said, shove it up your ass. That's what I can say. Just shove it up your ass for you to not even take the time out of your fucking day to even absorb and understand why people are the way they are with these comic book movies, or comic books. Not everybody is thinking about Trump. Not everybody wants to think about Trump. Nobody wants to think about the government. Yeah, those things are important. Don't get me wrong. Those things are important. It affects us in real life, yes. But not everybody trying to think about that shit like you do. Not everybody. Everybody might not be as cultured as you. Everybody might not be as fucking wise and watch the news every day and read the newspaper and blah, 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 and all that bullshit. Maybe not everybody is like you, but no, everybody is not the same. You have people that don't want to deal with that shit every day. If you want to watch the news and have to deal with like, oh, this happened in Syria, this happened in Russia, or the U.S. and you do that shit. Maybe you can watch fucking a show that's closer to real life, Covert Ops or some shit like that. Well, Covert Affairs. The show that used to come on. Maybe you can watch a show like that. Or the show that used to come on like Showtime with the spy. I forgot the name. Maybe you can watch a show like that. That's closer to real life. Maybe that would suit you. You can watch a movie that's fictional, but it has to deal with the ills of real life. Let's watch Sicario. Because, yeah, that's more closer to something that do that. If you're going to sit here and criticize us, and yes, us, I'm putting me because you're criticizing me for wanting to escape the stresses of real life and get into a comic book movie. You're gonna insult us because we like to watch an Iron Man movie, an Avengers movie, a Batman, Superman movie, or whatever. Whether we hate it or love it, we love going to the movies or watching these movies and escaping our real life problems. We can't just disappear away from them. We can't disappear the problems, but it's always good to get out. That's the fucking reason, you dumb shit. That's the fucking reason. Dumb ass. It's like everybody has a right to their opinion, but it's all in how you go about it. A lot of times I don't like to give my opinion on certain things, and I will tell people in regular conversation that no, like, this is kind of how I feel, but I don't know too much about it. Or I might not even give an opinion at all. And I'm like, well, I don't know too much about this specific topic or subject, so to give a valid opinion, so I'm not going to say anything. Don't say shit. What's the purpose? What was the reason for you to come out and say this shit? Yeah, you're going to have a following. You're going to have a lot of people that feel the same way you do. Bravo, motherfucker. Bravo. Bravo. Have a mind like this. Bill Maher is a person that has basically made a career of doing controversy, saying the N-word. Recently just got out of controversy and had to apologize for that shit. Whatever. I don't follow him, so it's not like, oh, I can stop watching him or stop paying attention to him. I never did before. It's whatever. He has his own mind frame. But it's like a person that just does this for no reason at all, to just come out and just down talk a fan base that a guy who just passed, talk down upon us. And that's just controversial. People like that are just fucking slime balls. Just fucking scum. To come out after a person that's passed and down talk you're doing that for controversy. You're doing that for ratings. You're doing that, and people like that are just scumballs. You're on the same ship as fucking Trump. You're doing this shit for controversy. Congratulations, you're Trump. Every fucking negative shit you can say about Trump or any other politician that you don't like, that you say this and that and all this stuff, you're on the same ship as them because you're doing that stupid shit. You're saying that idiotic shit that you're saying about us. And I know he probably not going to listen to this or give us two shits about it, but I'm giving out my thing. You're saying that for controversy. You're saying that for ratings, so you can put money in your pocket. You're saying that because you want to stir up some shit. You want your name out there. Stanley has died and done more in his motherfucking career than your ass have done. Majority of the people that probably out here probably only know who the fuck you are. But yet, you want to down talk a man who is more publicized than your dumb ass. Controversy. Just sparking up controversy for fucking ratings. Trump get on a tweet, stir up controversy. He'll say something on TV, stir up controversy, get his name in people's mouths, have people talking about him. Well, congratulations, Trump. Trump number 2, baby Trump Jr. Congratulations, Trump Jr. because you've put yourself in the same fucking boat as the person that you condemn. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Everything you said about us, about Stan Lee and all that shit, shove it up your ass. Because if you never read a comic book or seen the movie, comic book movie and all that stuff, and you want to smirk down and you want to look down at us about it and all that stuff, you don't have a valid fucking opinion to be saying shit that you just said about us. You just don't. Keep that bullshit to yourself. Stay off your blog. Talk about shit that you know about. Talk about the shit that you know about. Whether how you feel about the culture, okay, cool, whatever. Yeah, I can agree with you on a lot of stuff. A lot of things, music and shit like that. Yeah, they done dumbed it down. Yeah, the culture is getting kind of dumb. But no, not in every aspect. Not in every aspect. Fuck you. Dickhead. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Yeah, there's a lot of things I could say. I could call him. I just can't think of. I just can't think of just the right words to call him. So just call him Baby Trump. You know, because that's basically what I view him as. He wants to condemn a lot of people for just things that they're doing, and it's like you're doing the same shit that they're doing. You really are. You're causing up controversy for ratings, for people to look at you, for you to be relevant. So you have to piggyback off of a man's death who is more popular than you, just to get ratings, to get people to look at you, to get people talking about you. Congratulations, because I'm here wasting my fucking time talking about your dumb ass. Fucking idiot. Anyway, I'm sorry. This is the R-rated version of the Take One podcast. So we're going to go ahead and move on to movie trailers. And then we're going to end it at that. And then I'm going to finish off the rest of it on the next episode. So the first trailer I wanted to jump right into is one that dropped last week that was kind of a surprise. Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4 coming out next year, June of next year. And yeah, they had their first two teaser trailers. One full-on trailer. We didn't see anything from the movie, but they're teaser trailers. So the first one that we got is just basically all the toys holding hands, and they're, you know, the camera's just facing one way, and they're passing through, jumping up and down like it's a dream, like they're enjoying themselves. And so it comes across going through all the toys that we know and love. You got Woody, Buzz. I think he had Bo Peep up in there, I think. But then you got Rex, you got Ham, you got Mr. Potato Head, and you got Mrs. Potato Head, and all of them go past. And then I don't know where this come from. I don't know what the fuck. It just like came, like it's funny because it was like we wasn't expecting it, and then at the same time it's like weird because after everybody just go through, you see a spoon with a face with the kind of like weird arms talking about I don't belong here, and you got the googly eyes and stuff that you will put on like a plate or something when you're in school and stuff and you're doing arts and crafts and stuff. He has those on and he just screams out he doesn't belong in here and da da da. And then he starts messing everybody up and then going all over the place like, he doesn't belong, I don't belong in here. And he just start panicking. And then Woody's like, hey, somebody grab him before he pokes an eye out. And it was just so weird. Like, I don't know the context of it. It's like, it's funny because it stands out because it's weird as fuck. But then at the same time, I'm confused because I don't know, we don't know too much about the deal. Is he going to be a character in the movie? Or was that just something done for the trailer? I'm kind of confused. You know how like you got I forget what they call it, but like the mask with the two face or whatever on there. You got the one smiling and then the one sad face. It's kind of like that. It's like I'm happy, I'm smiling and all this stuff because yeah, we got the first trailer to Toy Story 4 and I want to see it. But then you got the other faces like confused because I don't know what the fuck is going on. So it's kind of weird. I don't know. I like it, but it was nothing to it. It's just a teaser trailer. Basically, it's one of those teasers to let you know that it's coming out. that it wasn't just like, oh, Toy Story 4, yeah, we're working on it and this and that, and we don't know if it is, what's going on with it. But now, since they put out the teasers, like, definitely coming out. Also, along with it, came out with posters and stuff. Individual posters. Got one with Woody. I was about to say Putty. One with Woody, and he's standing up against a brown black background and whatnot. As well as you have one with Buzz and all that stuff. But it's pretty decent. Pretty decent. As well as you have another trailer that has Key and Peele voicing these two teddy bears that are at a carnival, and they're talking about I guess you could say they're breaking the fourth wall. So they seen the new trailer of Toy Story 4, the first trailer I was just talking about, and they're over here excited. I was like, yeah, man, I love it and all this stuff. And then they get to a point where they're talking about what Buzz Lightyear say, like, to infinity and beyond. And so they're trying to remember it, and then they correcting each other by still saying the wrong thing. And then they constantly like, to epiphany and Ascon, and stuff like that. And then Buzz and Woody come out of nowhere, and they're like, hey guys, you got it all wrong. And then Buzz Lightyear does it, presses the button, to infinity and beyond. And then they start laughing at him. And it was like, that sounds stupid. Infinity is not a number. Like, you can't reach infinity and blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, that trailer was more fun. That trailer was more fun. They did good. Key and Peele did good with the teddy bears and voicing them. I hope they are actually characters in the movie. If they are actual characters in the movie, I think this movie would be a whole lot better. I don't know how it is. I don't know if it's bad, but anything. But I feel like the addition with them two, especially with their comedic backgrounds or whatever, I think that they will probably be a good addition. So I don't know. I have to look it up. But whatever the case is, this trailer was actually a pretty damn good trailer. Even though it was just a teaser trailer, it was way better than the first one. It actually made more sense, but yeah. So the next trailer is Detective Pikachu. We are getting a Pokemon movie coming out next year. And it's not a straight Pokemon movie, but this one looks, by the way this trailer looked, I was hoping that if this is a success, that they actually bring out a Pokemon movie where you have Pokemon battles and trainers and stuff like that. Maybe bring Ash and Misty and Brock to the big screen in live action, and then you have another Pikachu, and I feel like that will probably be a great movie, but that's all dependent on this movie. But this trailer, I loved it. Ryan Reynolds, his voice fits well with this version of Pikachu. And just the story they got going on feels like it can help. But the only thing that I was thinking while watching this trailer is, like, it looks like it's a good movie, but I would have loved to first see a regular Pokemon movie with the battles and everything. So that's what I'm really hoping. I'm not a big fan of Pokemon. I loved it when it first came out, but as of now, it's like, I really haven't watched Pokemon in years, and I really don't care for it. I'm not going to be like Bill Maher and castrate everybody that watches Pokemon and this and that. If you're 40-something years old and you're still playing with Pokemon cards, to each his own. Like, do what you like. I don't care. Some people still give me flack about, wearing Punisher and comic book characters, t-shirts and stuff, and hats and hoodies and stuff. I don't care. Fuck y'all. But I mean, whatever. If Pokemon is your dig, do it. Hell, the bronies. That's something I can't get behind. I just, whatever. But if you like that, you like it. I'm just not about to be watching no My Little Pony shit. I even skipped out on the movie. Like, I wasn't gonna watch that. I don't have a daughter, so maybe that would have been something I would have took my daughter if I had one to go see. But I have a son, and I'm definitely not trying to take him to go. Wasn't trying to take him to go see no shit like that. But in any case, yeah, it's just, that's one thing that I was hoping that they would have brought out a straight regular Pokemon movie rather than this. But that's not putting it past. This movie may be awesome. Maybe one of those movies where it's like, God damn, this shit is good. But yeah, I mean, I love the trailer. I love the look of the Pokemon. Of course, they, CG or whatever. They're not supposed to look like regular animals, so you're not gonna have them looking like freaking Jungle Book or anything like that. But I mean, just how they look, they look good. I like the way they got Pikachu looking, the mime one, and just this movie seems like it is aimed for kids, but it's aimed for adults as well. Because you got that one joke where he's like trying to figure out what the mime is saying, and then the kid tells him he's just telling you to stick it or shove it. And then he's like, hold on, wait. So that just shows you that has some, adult-oriented humor in it that probably some kids won't get. But, I mean, overall, the trailer looks awesome. The trailer looks really, really good. I am definitely putting this on my list to go see. I don't know if it's going to be in my top 10 most anticipated films of next year, but yeah, it's one of those movies where I am definitely going to go check out. Hopefully they got the next 2 trailers that they come out with are going to be really good. Hopefully. But in any case, hell, it already got my money. And I'm definitely going to take my son to go see it. But with that, we're running out of time. We at the 30-minute mark. So I will finish this up on my next, on episode 99 of the Take One podcast. It's going to be dropping this week. I'm going to do all I can afford to drop this week. But I'm going to talk about the movies that came out this week, and I'm going to get into the box office segment. So, yeah, there you have it. So with that said, thank you guys for joining me for episode 98. I will catch you guys on the next one. And peace out. Hey, before you guys leave, make sure you hit that like button as well as that subscribe button. And you see that little bell? Make sure you hit that to turn on your notifications. That way you'll be notified for anything that appears on my channel. Hope to see you guys next time. Peace out.